Raise your hand if you guys ever text someone while driving. See, that's everybody, right? Everybody, at least everybody who have a license, right? So according to National Highway Traffic Safety Admission, looking down at your phone for just 5 seconds while driving a speed of 55 miles per hour in the highway or in the freeway, that's the equivalent of driving a length of a football field while blindfolded. Hi, my name is Hangi Liu, and my topic is going to talk about how and why should government have a stronger restrictions in terms of cell phone while driving. And my agenda for the day is going over the danger of texting while driving, why people keep doing it, why a better restriction should be implemented. Now, again, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Admission, I got a lot of information from there. So about 3,500 people died every single year just from the fact that they were looking at their phone while driving. That's the #1 cause of the reason why people die in car crashes. That's 3,500 people, 3,500 families of suffering. In fact, the CDC claimed that driving is more dangerous, containing 3 types of distraction. The visual distractions, where you're looking at your phone, the manual distractions, where you take your hands off the wheel, and the cognitive distractions, you are no longer thinking about driving, but looking at your phone for that one simple text. See, the fact is, everybody thinks that driving while texting is dangerous. The AAA Foundation actually do a poll asking people, hey, is driving while texting allowed, should be allowed, or is it dangerous? Most people say it's very dangerous, yet people still do it. Why? You may ask. Most people do it because of habits. Most people do it because of the social pressures that they have to respond to everybody in the first matter of seconds. And people just think that they are very confident. I mean, after all, people be driving for 10 plus years, 15 plus years. They think that they won't get into a car crash because that's never in their peripheral visions before. But here's an interesting fact though. According to the Government Highway Safety Associations, 48 states actually ban texting while driving. Do you guys know that? Well, I didn't know that before I started researching about this because nobody actually pay attention to those laws. Why? Is our current approachments to the laws actually enough for us to fix those issues? If we actually pay attention to those laws, at least 50% of those car crashes will be avoided. That's about 1,700 families and 1,700 tragic stories happens every single year. Of course, some people are worried about privacy issues, how governments shouldn't be checking their phones, how this is an invasion of their freedoms. But what I see is just a simple locking systems where government might able to place down in our phones for just not looking at our phones at all in general, but using our phone in a correct way, such as emergency contact or anything that's related to that. This is why I think that government should have a better restrictions. Now, to summarize my opinions, my topic is going over why texting while driving is a dangerous act, how people still continue to do that while recognizing there is potential dangers, and there is policy going over those things, but it's very weak, and that I think government should have a stronger policies towards those issues. Now, driving is a shared responsibilities, as most people say, which I agree, because while you're on the road, you do not just have the responsibility of yourself, but the people around you and your families. So the next time when you guys are driving around, I want you guys to ask yourselves the question, is that text really worth the risk of your life? Thank you.
What y'all think?
I thought your speech was very informative, and I thought it was very, I feel like you were very interactive with the crowd, and feel like, that's a topic that I've never heard anybody, discuss before, so I feel like that's very different, and I like it.
Thank you.
Other thoughts? After hearing that, would you be more likely to think twice before you send a text while driving?
Probably not.
Alright, thank
Alright.
you. Hey, got some honesty going there, I like it.